Here.
There he is.
Given by the sounds of his bussin', it doesn't sound good at all. You sound like a Hank Hill when he's scared while you're bussin'.
Oh, I'm about to bust.
I'm about to whoa.
Clap sync. In 3, 2.
I'm not. I don't even have it open. Calm down. I was waiting for motherfucking Mr. Pizza Rolls over here, and now I'm ready.
Recording.
I've been recording.
Oh! Now all of a sudden, Mr. Fuck it, whatever.
Are you open? Are you recording right now?
Yeah, it's open. It's recording.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you 100% sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
Awesome.
Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of DipShips.
Can I get like a countdown, please? like I need to mentally prepare. Like a 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the podcast, and not just hey.
Your 3, 2, 1 ready to prepare is when we do the clap sync.
No, that's just us syncing.
Look, if you want us to be recording the second we enter the call, you better be prepared to start this fucking show from second 1.
You see, there's a reason why I'm off the boat drowning.
They're throwing you to the fishes. Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast. Almost a podcast.
Podcast.
That was an interesting one. I am always your wonderful host, Calamity Carl, and as always joining me are my lovely co-hosts, Rear Admiral PM.
Yo, that's me.
And the Nick Jonas superfan, Jordan.
I'm about to bust.
What you busting?
Tables.
Oh, baby.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah?
This podcast is officially Mr. Worldwide. What are we available on?
We are currently available on Spotify, on Google Podcasts. Don't look for Apple.
Yeah, don't
look.
Not yet.
Don't look for Apple. Not yet.
We'll figure that out later.
And Amazon Music.
Hooray!
And Podbean. That's the main one. Is Podbean.
Podbean.
Amazon Music, not Amazon Music. Apple Podcast is awesome because they're like we can't let you submit your podcast for review because it doesn't have art. And I went, it does have art. I've uploaded it.
Maybe we shouldn't talk shit about them in episode 3 before it's even fucking reviewed.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're just stating facts. Not the boat facts.
Facts don't care about your fucking feelings, Apple.
The boat facts come later. I got a banger for today.
Oh, it fucking better be a banger. Do you have 2 ready?
Oh fuck, we're recording 2.
I don't know. Are we?
Are we?
Are we?
Oh, let's consult our producer.
Who? We have one?
No.
Oh.
You think we can afford a producer? You insane.
Dude, I was about to start berating them for a boat. It's like, where's the DipShits boat?
Gotta get the boat. We gotta get a... You know what? We should all go fucking... what's it called? Wave racing.
I am not going wave racing.
Is that what it's called?
Wakeboarding? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's...
Isn't Wave Race just like a video game for the
It is a video game. I was trying to think of what that fucking...
Jet skis?
Jet skiing, yes.
You forgot!
I forgot what jet ski was for a second. My mind turned blank.
Me and my fat ass are not going on a fucking jet ski.
Let's go fucking jet skiing.
Fuck no.
Let's
Hell
go.
no.
That's not a boat.
Hey, it's on the water.
Just because
No.
boats go on water does not mean everything
Wait.
that goes on water is a boat.
Wakeboarding is probably worse, because then you're on a tiny little board in the middle of the water being dragged by a boat.
Look, if I can't sit back and have a Mai Tai, it's not fucking seaworthy. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm liable to, like, re-break my spine in 3 different places on a fucking, what is it called? A wave race? Jet ski.
Jet ski. Oh my god.
Like, we were just talking about it, but I was about to say surfboard. I'm like, no, that's not it. No.
Wait, so it's a surfboard or boat?
No, it is not.
It could be. Hold on, our producer just messaged me. Let me ask him.
Please stop this bit, all right? Because, like, all right.
We don't have a producer. Unless I've
messaged our dear friend Medi asking if we're doing 2 DipShips today because they messaged me.
Is Medi our producer?
Whether they like it or not, they are now.
I don't want him in control of this boat. No.
I felt so bad, Medi's like, oh, it looks like I was kicked out of the 420 Pirates. Anyone want to hire a rootin' tootin' cowboy?
Now, Jordan, no offense to you, but like when this whole podcast brewing idea was going on, I'm like, is Medi not going to be involved in this? Shouldn't he be? Who's Jordan?
You never once said that.
No, it's true. I never once said it, but I was thinking it the entire time. I just didn't want to hurt Jordan's feelings, but now I will live on air.
I think it's very funny to have Medi as a producer.
Medi says yes, do it.
Are we discussing, like, the business plans of the podcast on the podcast?
All right, start bugging Medi for a boat. I want my DipShips boat.
Oh.
How is everybody's
that reminds me, I have to tell you about another bit that I'm planning on running at some point.
Okay.
But we'll do that later.
All right.
Leave them all guessing.
How's your week PM?
Would you like to hear a quick food update?
Yes, I'd love to hear one.
So as I mentioned, like I'm allowing myself 1 cheat meal per week, and if anything awry happens, I'll let you know. Now here's the thing: I got my cheat meal. I went to McDonald's for breakfast because I haven't had McDonald's breakfast in like fucking 2 years, and motherfuckers have chicken McMuffins. I'm like,
what?
Holy shit! When did they add this? Fucking yeah! Hit me up with one of these. I got that, a hash brown, and a coffee. Now I didn't wait to get home to eat, and that was probably my mistake. But I walked about halfway home, sat on a bench, ate my food, and it was great.
Yay!
Nice. It was fantastic.
Finally, everything's coming up, Pappums.
Hold on.
Come on.
So I'm sitting there. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm on my phone. I'm also smoking. And it's late. Don't worry about it. What are you, cop?
Yeah.
Podcast over.
Finish your story.
So I'm sitting there on my phone drinking my coffee. And it's late at night. Sun's not out. Well, late. It's like fucking 5:30 in the morning. And so I'm in front of this fucking apartment building, on a bench, and there's like these giant like pots with fucking plants in them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Potted plants.
And from around the corner, I see movement. I'm like, because I got to be wary in these fucking streets. They're not the harsh wilds of New York like fucking Carl, but they're still pretty dangerous here. What did you write on your fucking bio? That getting attacked by bears in the harsh wilds of New York.
Fist fighting bears in the harsh wilds of New York.
Yeah, that's what it was. So yeah, I see movement. And I like get myself ready, and then the movement comes around the corner and it's a fucking skunk. So I immediately get up, run across the street.
Yeah.
And I'm fine. Like it saw me and it like got ready, but like I got far enough away and showed that I wasn't a threat to like fuck with me, you know.
That must have been the best day of your life.
Oh, dude, I've had worse experiences with skunks. Like, I've been pincered attacked by fucking skunks. Still never been sprayed by one, thank fucking Christ. Yet, yeah, asterisk. But I could not leave the area because I realized that I fucking left my coffee on the fucking bench. And I paid $2 for that coffee. I'm not leaving that coffee behind. That's $2 worth of coffee. I only drank about like a fucking quarter of it. I'm not leaving it behind. But the little skunk, this little fucking prick, won't leave the area. He's just like, he must be sniffing the crumbs that I left on the fucking floor. Because he's just huddled around the bench, just scavenging, right? Now, eventually, he's right in front of the fucking bench, and he jumps onto the fucking bench where my coffee is. I'm like, first off, I've never seen a skunk jump before, other than Pepe Le Pew, and he's a fucking pervert. So like, but
are you saying perverts can't jump?
I mean, they shouldn't. They shouldn't be to get where they need to be. But the motherfucker jumps on the bench and he starts sniffing my coffee, and I'm like, no, please, for the love of fucking God. And this little prick, he's not gonna fucking drink the coffee. It's scalding fucking hot. But this little prick, he just knocks it over. He just knocks over my fucking coffee. He's fucking sniffing it. He's banging it with his nose, and it just tips over. And it fucking spills all over the place. And if I weren't so deathly frightened of getting sprayed by the skunk, I would have gone over there and punted the little prick. Because that's $2.
PM, are you sure you don't live like right next to a public zoo?
I'm pretty sure the closest zoo to me is like an hour and a half away. Also, they don't keep skunks in zoos, Jordan.
Sure they do.
No. No, they don't. Not the ones here, at least.
How would you know?
Because I've been to a zoo. I've been to the zoos here.
What?
I've been to zoos. Granted, it's been like fucking 15 years, give or take. And I haven't. Sorry, I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. No skunks in zoos. So yeah, that's my food update. The food went fine, but the coffee, it's all gone.
Damn shame.
I've got an animal story.
Oh.
Now this happened about an hour ago. On my way home today, I was driving, and there's like this abandoned grocery store, like on my left as I'm driving home. I noticed that there's something like crumpling and falling through the sky as I'm driving by, and I'm like, is that a fucking newspaper? No, the wind was so strong, it blew a fucking pigeon off the sign of the abandoned grocery store. Oh. And this thing is just like falling like 30 feet. And like
he can fly. He has wings.
You fucked idiot.
Some
little bird.
So because I wanted to make sure I saw what I saw, I turn around, and when I get back, pigeon's just chilling. He's just standing around chilling. Like, he's just staring at me. I'm just like, that pigeon's a beast.
I actually had my very first encounter with a raccoon a good couple months ago at this point. I was coming home from work one night.
How have you only encountered a raccoon like now?
That's a great question. I never see wildlife ever, unless it's like birds or squirrels. It's the worst. I hate it. I want to see more things that'll scare me, because they might have rabies. But I was like right outside of my house coming home from work, and I saw this big fucking lump walking down the sidewalk. I was like, damn, that's a fat ass cat. I rolled down my window. I went, damn boy, he's thick. And this raccoon turns around and looks at me.
Wait, did you actually roll down your window?
The whole neighborhood can hear me shout at this raccoon. Damn boy, he thick.
What is wrong with you?
This raccoon looks at me like, oh, well, sorry, bud. He just walked off.
He just looks at you and goes, rude.
PM.
Yeah.
I think it's... We've gone 3 episodes now, and you haven't told a single raccoon story. I think it's time to give the audience a little bit of a history. At least establish some of your relationships with raccoons.
Well, here's the thing. I've only been dealing with raccoons for the last, like, I want to say, like, maybe 6-ish years. Like Carl, like, I only been seeing raccoons regularly for the last, like, 6 years. I don't know if somebody, like, imported them or something, or there's been a raccoon boom. I don't know what happened 6 years ago, but all of a sudden I've been seeing them in fucking droves. The first time that I had, like, a real issue with a raccoon was in my previous apartment. I had this huge ass balcony, and I'm out there one night smoking, and
weed.
Fucking calm down, cop. And there's it was slightly raining, so I had an umbrella with me. And so there's only one way to get into the balcony, which was the door to my room. And there's like a good, like, fucking 20 feet of space from where the door is to where the end of the balcony is. So I'm at the edge of the balcony smoking. And all of a sudden, behind me, I hear movement. And because I was on the second floor, I thought maybe, like, somebody on the third floor, like, threw something down on my... Because people would throw their fucking garbage onto my balcony, like, every single fucking day. I was going out there picking up beer bottles and cigarette butts and shit. So I go turn around to look behind me, and I see a fucking raccoon. I'm like, oh shit, a fucking raccoon. And I'm kind of pogging over this raccoon because this is the first time I've seen an IRL raccoon before, right? But then it starts approaching me. And I'm like, oh, no. And it starts getting closer and closer. And it starts baring its teeth. And I'm like, no.
Oh.
So thankfully, I have the umbrella, and I'm, like, kind of matadoring the fucking raccoon. I'm like, please get away from me. And he's baring his teeth, and he's got his little hands up. And I'm like, is this motherfucker really gonna fucking attack me? You're on my property. How dare you? Now, I don't want any confrontation. So I want to get to the door to get back into my apartment, but he's directly in front of the door, blocking my path. So I've got to, like, fucking, like, push him with the umbrella to get him out of the fucking way. And somehow I was out there being held hostage by this fucking raccoon for, like, fucking 45 minutes until he eventually, like, I don't know, got a call from his brethren and decided to piss off. And was finally able to get back in my apartment. Yeah, there's that. There's what else? There was a time that I got pincered attacked. One night coming home from the part-time at, like, fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I see a skunk, like, 15 feet ahead of me on my way home. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to turn around and go, like, the other direction. And I turn around, and there's, like, fucking a horde of raccoons coming toward me from the opposite end. I'm like, what do I do? I'm cornered! I'm trapped! I'm being pincered! Thankfully, there was an alleyway that I could fucking run down. I should have stuck around to see if there was going to be, like, a turf war between the skunks and the raccoons. That would have been.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Like a West Side Story, but with raccoons and skunks.
Sure.
I saw a wild stray, like, punch the fuck out of a raccoon once, and that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's pretty good.
Have you?
And what's up?
Oh, this is completely off topic. You keep going ahead.
I mean, the only other raccoon story left is probably the most memorable one, which is me getting fucked behind a dumpster of an Italian sandwich place. just getting fucking mounted and fucked on by a raccoon. And I'm not joking, by the way. Like one night I'm going to my part-time. I'm like, oh shit, I really gotta pee or else there's gonna be an accident. So I go behind the dumpster of this Italian sandwich place. And all of a sudden a raccoon is at my feet. And he climbs up to my leg, latches on, and I'm like, I'm not gonna move, I'm not gonna kick it away because I can feel its claws digging in my fucking leg. So I'm like, before he like slices an artery or something, and I'm found dead behind a fucking dumpster, I'm just gonna sit still and hopefully he'll just fucking leave. But unfortunately, I started feeling what's the word? Gyrations. And something hot hitting my fucking ankle, and I'm like, oh, he is literally just fucking me right now. He is humping my leg. He's digging into me from all fronts. And eventually he finished. I could tell that he finished because I could feel piping hot raccoon cum sliding down my ankle into my sandal.
It never gets easier to listen to.
Yeah, he just left me like used goods. Didn't offer me a cigarette or anything. And now I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
Actually, you know what the worst thing about that story was?
Yeah.
I didn't even get to come. What a selfish lover.
Oh, do you want the raccoon to do the Mort toe sucking?
Excuse me?
No, not that.
PM.
No.
PM, I'm sorry.
I'm not into feet like you degenerates.
You have to watch it now.
Oh, it's so awful.
Oh, why is it so graphic? It's so graphic. Why is it so detailed? The art style is so basic, but the animation of him like going in between no, that's way too graphic. I'm
sparing all of our listeners who are watching on YouTube the video itself, but if you want to look it up, have fun. GLHF.
I'm pretty sure the version of that cartoon with that
it's
clip
unlisted.
In it, yeah, it's unlisted because like it got taken down for like
that.
It didn't get taken down for that scene. It got taken down because it used Chug Jug.
Oh. Because that was
the best part.
I was gonna say because this is graphic. Like this is borderline pornography. You know what it is? In some sects of the internet, this is pornography.
Yo, sex?
Yo.
Not sex, sexts.
With a T.
Yes, with the CT, not an X.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of how one of my friends almost gave me a foot job in her sleep?
Be careful. Be careful with how you continue to tell the story. Because that description on its own sounds dire, but go on.
Oh, it was a very dire situation to be in. I was at my dear friend Meddy's house, and we invited another friend of ours to come up because we haven't hung out in a while.
Did Meddy foot fuck you? Like,
no,
please, for God.
No, not yet. And
this time
we were all getting drunk as shit because it's been a long time since we all hung out.
Wait, is this the same friend that you found face down outside of the? Oh, okay.
No. This is a female friend.
Oh, okay.
So we all got super drunk as shit around like midnight or so. Meddy's like, all right, I got work in the morning. Our other friend who the one who was passed out, Shay, was like, all right, I'm going back to my room. It's late. So it was me and her. We're like, all right, we're gonna go to sleep on the couch they had in the living room, which was right outside of Meddy's house. Meddy's room at the time. Sorry, I'm fucking it up. I slept like both sides recline. I slept on the one side, and I was looking at her. She's like curling up like on the rest of the couch. I'm like, why don't you just sleep on the recliner? And she's like, no, I feel fine like this. Okay, whatever you say, weirdo. So her feet are like right up against my leg, and we're under the same blanket.
Oh, that's a recipe for a disaster.
So it was like,
what kind of cheap ass is Meddy where he doesn't have a second blanket?
No, we were like, it's fine, we'll just share the one, it's okay. It was like 2 or so in the morning. I woke up, I was like, I have to fucking piss. So I had to find a way to get up out of this recliner to go pee without waking her up. So I'm like very slowly trying to getting up and going into the bathroom. I unbutton my pajama pants and my boxers and I take a big old piss, come back out, and I'm staring just at the couch with her sleeping on it. Like, how the fuck do I get back into this and recline without her waking up? And so that's when she like lifts her head up and looks at me standing in this fucking doorway with a light shining behind me like a fucking blurred out freak. She's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I had to go pee. She's like, oh, all right. She puts her head back down. I'm like, I don't have to worry about waking her up now. That's fine. I get back into the seat. I recline. About 5 or 6 in the morning, I wake up again. I'm like, this sucks. I'm just gonna see if I can fall back asleep. And as you know, as we would know, as the boys, in the morning sometimes your body decides to pitch a little tent.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta
get a little morning wood, you know.
I gotta be careful with those tents.
Yeah. So I'm like, it'll go away. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. And I'm just sitting there, and I realize after a couple seconds, I'm not feeling my pants. I'm feeling blanket on it. I never buttoned back up when I went to pee.
No.
So I'm like, all right, this is fine. I was like, it's fine. I'll just shove it in, button myself back up, and her foot comes flying over and lands right on top of my dick. Pressed right against it. And I freeze in fucking terror. I am like, this is the worst case scenario. This is fucking terrifying. If I try to grab her foot and move it and she wakes up and sees me with my dick out grabbing her foot, I'm going to jail. I'm gonna get murdered, anything like that.
Yeah.
So like my options are either wait and see if she moves it or see if I can move her foot.
Why didn't she
and just pray for the best?
Why didn't she just like turn sideways?
That's what I'm saying.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's what you're saying, but that's not what you did. I'm assuming.
No, I didn't. I was too scared to move.
But you could have just. Were you?
I could have.
Did you wake up drunk?
A little.
Yeah, you could have just turned sideways, and while you were sideways, just pull your dick back in.
You know, you're right, and
that's what I would have done.
Now that you're saying it, I feel like a fool for not thinking it and doing that. But I was too fucking petrified. This was like fucking 5 years ago, I want to say. Maybe longer.
Now,
if that friend is listening, or her sister, hey, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask, did you ever tell her?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I was too petrified.
Oh no.
Too petrified. So I was just like, I'm gonna move her foot. I'm gonna fucking grab it and just move it back a bit.
Okay, so I'm canceled after last episode. Carl's canceled this episode. Jordan, now it's your turn.
Oh no.
So I moved her foot. The second I like move it an inch, it goes shooting right back up to her. I toss my head back and pretend I'm sleeping. I'm thinking I'm dead. She's awake and I'm dead. I hear no movement, nothing. I look over, she's still asleep. And thank God. All right, her foot comes flying right back over.
Oh.
Slams right against it again, and I just stare over and I go, "You're fucking awake, aren't you? You're doing this on purpose."
Yeah, I was just about to say, what if she was awake the entire time?
I was like, if you start moving that foot, then we're fine. But otherwise, stop this. I just like I didn't give a shit at that point. I grabbed it, I moved it, I tucked it away, and I turned around and I was like, I'm fucking going to sleep now. After a couple of minutes, Betty walked out of his room and was just like, "Oh, hey, what's going on? You're awake?" And I was like, "Unfortunately, yes." I've had a hell of a time and you don't even know.
When did you tell Meddy this story?
I think it was like right after.
Okay.
It was definitely sometime after. And the motherfucker just laughed at me. It was just like, well, I mean, did you have fun? He's like, no.
Meddy's just like, were they lotioned?
Hey, everybody, it's your captain, Calamity Carl, just cutting in real quick to give you a couple little updates on the podcast and everything, a couple little things, not too much to talk about. As of this recording, we are available on Apple Podcasts, so we actually are now live on a good number of things. We are available currently on, oh boy, hold on, I gotta find the thing. Oh boy, hold on. Oh boy, oh boy, oh. We're now available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, and Amazon Music /Audible. Completely and fully, 100%. If any of that changes, I'm going to scream. You can follow us all on Twitter. You can follow at DipShipsPod, DipShipsPod. You can follow at The Calamity Carl. You can follow at GFPPM and at EXPayline. Jordan's the only one with a weird name that's a little different. You know, it's pay and line, the two words smashed together, and an E and an X in front of it. It's not that difficult. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, any questions or anything like that, you can send that to DipShipsPod@yahoo.com. It's the same as the Twitter, just with at yahoo.com as an email address. Not that hard. It's pretty straightforward, I would hope. And as always, a huge thank you to Vidazen on Twitter for our wonderful theme song, Starboard. That is @VIDAZEN_. Thank you. It's a fucking amazing song. I love it a lot. We all do. And thank you to @Shora Art and @Shibuya for all of our art assets. You two are the best. Well, I'm pretty sure that's everything. But I mean, everyone seems to really like the first two episodes. Thank you again for listening and enjoying and watching. It's been the reception's been overwhelming, and we're all super happy that everyone's happy with it, because we were all incredibly nervous about actually putting this out. So again, thank you all for listening and enjoying, and we're gonna get back to the episode now.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The show has plenty of boats. And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where four friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that Carl guy that you've been listening to here, along with Shora, BioRoxas, and me, Shibuya Gato. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too at patreon.com/MillenniumMike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. See you there.
You guys ever have
No.
reoccurring dreams?
Oh yeah.
Where you can't figure out the source of it?
I've had reoccurring dreams, not the exact same dream, but the subject matter was always the same, but I always knew where the source came from. It was from fucking Goosebumps. Okay, Jordan, you might be too young, but Carl, you should know. Do you remember Slappy?
Yes.
The ventriloquist dummy. He terrified me in my youth, to the point where I had nightmares about him for years, literal years. I remember several dreams of him attacking me, and he in the show he never killed you. He just sprayed the green mist out of his nose and turned you into a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
But in my dreams he always killed me, right? And I remember I must have been fucking 12 or 13. The final dream that I had about him, I was on a ghost expedition, a la Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins type of thing, in my childhood home, and all of a sudden Slappy shows up, and he's got one of the girls that I'm with kidnapped, And I'm like, I'm tired of you. You've been harassing me for years. And I just fucking wind up for a giant ass anime punch and fucking smack him right in the mouth. And he just, I remember this so vividly. My dream did like a triple take, like a slow motion triple take of him just like falling backwards and him exploding. And
Jesus.
then I didn't have a dream about him for fucking years. And this wasn't too long ago. It must have been like 2-3 years ago.
You defeated him.
Yeah, I finally defeated him. And I stopped having nightmares about him. I started having dreams about him completely since then. And until about 2-3 years ago, I had a dream where I was just at work at the part-time. And all of a sudden I hear, "Remember me, fuckboy?" And I look behind me, and it's fucking Slappy, but he's like all fucking like taped up. He's got fucking like band-aids and fucking super glue all over his fucking face. And he starts roasting me. He's standing there roasting me. He's calling me fat. He's like, "Oh, you gained a lot of weight since I seen you, man. What's this fucking?" And he's like a straight up roast for like 5 minutes. And I'm just standing there looking at him the entire time, going like, "Man, I was afraid of you, but now I'm like fucking 300 pounds and like fucking 3 times taller than you." And I just start whooping the shit out of him. And I'm having a great time. I have him in fucking submission holds. I'm suplexing him. I'm fucking powerbombing him through tables. And I wake up with a giant smile on my face. It was one of the best dreams I ever had in my life. It was great.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's my recurring dream.
So what prompted this question was for the last week, my dream self has been going on a journey. Have any of you seen The Dark Knight Rises?
A long time ago, yes.
Which one is that? Is that the one with Bane?
Yes.
I actually haven't seen the full thing before.
Do you remember the prison in that movie that was dug really deep into the ground?
Yeah, where Bane originated from. Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream self is in the opposite of that. I'm in a super tall tower prison for some reason.
You're in fucking Tartarus?
Yeah, basically. And my dream self makes his escape and just
hold on. What's your crime? What'd you do?
I don't know what my crime was. I was just imprisoned. So I start making my escape. And then I realize I'm in Ireland for some reason.
Okay.
And somehow I get a car and I'm just driving through Ireland for some reason, which I've never been to and I never think about. But I somehow ended up in a Tartarus prison in Ireland, and for the last week, my dream self has just been me driving through Ireland after escaping Tartarus.
So you know what you got to do now, right? You need
What's that?
You need to take a holiday in Ireland and play Persona 3. That's it.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Fulfill your dreams.
Get one of those TV things. You hook it up to a PlayStation 1 in your car, and you just play it in there.
A 1? What the fuck are you talking about? A 2?
2. You're right.
It's not that old.
Not that little.
Not that little.
Please don't. I don't want any mention of rodents on this podcast. Oh, well, that's pretty much my week.
What about you, Carl? What did you do this week?
I got a new monitor.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Big, it's nice. They're 2 entirely different colors, and I'm very fucking angry.
What do you mean different colors?
The screens themselves are different. One's brighter than the other.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very upset about that.
Because I was about to say I have 2 monitors. One's black and one's white, but
Oh, well, that's fine. That's nice.
Color-wise, they're almost the same.
They're the exact same monitor. It's just they even have there's an inch difference between them. And I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? Why is there this little fucking gap in this spot? But I really do be like that.
So
I'm gonna slap you.
I saw Venom for the first time this week.
Venom 1?
Yeah.
Don't do that, Jesus Christ! You scared the fucking piss out of me. Actually, speaking of Venom, do you know that's my podcast ritual? Before I come into the podcast, I have Venom on loop for like fucking 5-6 times.
What?
To amp myself up for the podcast.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking... dude, unironically. All right, Eminem, if you're listening, you're not. But if you are, your entire catalog's great. But like, you hit your magnum opus with Venom. I'm sorry. Like, it's never gonna get any better than Venom. Venom is the cream of the crop. Yeah, Stan, my name is Godzilla. You know, all of your hits over the years. Fuck them. Venom. Venom is where it's at. I love Venom. I unironically love Venom.
Venom.
Never seen the movie, but I love that song.
I don't know what hit him. I haven't seen the movie either.
So I'm the only one who's seen Venom. That movie's like a 5 or a 4.
I heard it's pretty garbo.
I hear the second one's a lot better.
Anything with Tom Hardy and Venom is like actually good, but like most of the movies not that, and it's really boring for most of it.
Who's the antagonist?
I don't know, the human guy. I don't know who he's supposed to be.
The human guy. All right.
The guy, but the quote-unquote main villain is supposed to be Riot.
Who?
I don't know enough Spider-Man lore to know who that is.
Some generic symbiote who we quite literally know nothing about in the movie.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Literally, all we get about Riot in that movie is Venom going, "He's got shit you've never seen," and then the final battle happens.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That's all that
I
happens.
mean, that's fine, I guess.
Hold on, my dog is whining. I need to take care of that.
What is?
I'll be right back.
I bet the real reason that Jordan watched Venom is because he thought Nick Jonas was in it, but then that's why he gave it a 5. It would have been higher if Nick Jonas was in there, like even like a cameo.
Movie would have gotten a 10. It would have gotten a 10 easy. So Jordan, I'm gonna tell PM about the plan that we have in motion currently.
All right.
So PM,
Oh,
as you may or may not know, because we all not to name drop another podcast on our podcast, but it's gonna happen. We all listen to the Face podcast from Rooster Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And they were selling this past Friday bat knobs on their store. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about the bat knobs, and I went and bought one. And within seconds of me having purchased it, Jordan messaged me and went, all right, I bought you a bat knob.
Oh.
And I went, oh, well, I just bought one. And Jordan's like, oh, all right, then I'll just cancel the one I got for you. And I went, wait, no, better idea. The one I get, I'll send that to PM, and then you just send me the one you bought me.
I don't want a bat knob.
PM, you're getting a bat knob.
I don't want a bat knob.
You're getting a bat knob.
I don't like baseball. I don't want a bat knob.
PM, I am giving you my knob whether you want it or not.
I don't want your knob.
It's more like a handle, actually.
Don't force your knob on me. That's the title of this podcast.
Oh shit, I still don't know what I'm naming episode 2. Oh, I gotta fucking...
You got 2 days. You're good.
It's true.
I honestly, like 45 minutes after we record, you know what? Even less than that. Like 15 minutes after we finished recording a podcast, I immediately forget what we talked about.
Don't worry, same.
Yeah, I forget everything we talked about on the second episode.
The only thing that I can think of to name the last episode is like con canceled.
I'll come up with something. Don't you worry.
All right.
Don't you worry your pretty little head.
All right. Is that it for you, Carl?
I mean, I guess this week was just nothing for me. It was just work, and it just sucked, and there was nothing special.
Honestly, same for me. It's been work, come home, Pokemon Unite. The only new thing that I've done, so in the past, like, not even 24 hours, I'd say, like, 15 hours, I'm obsessed with Cookie Clicker. I know I'm like a decade late, but I've just started playing Cookie Clicker.
Are you still playing it right now?
Yeah, I've had it open the entire time. I'm like, I got like 124 trillion cookies made in like fucking 15 hours. Pretty much like as soon as I left the call yesterday, I started playing Cookie Clicker. Because I started watching some random stream, and they were buying time before they started playing what they were actually going to play, and they were playing Cookie Clicker. And I'm like, you know what? I've heard about this game for fucking like a decade, and I've never played it. Let me go ahead and play it. I loaded up, and I've been hooked ever since. I have a macro auto clicker going on in the background.
Jesus fucking Christ.
My God.
You know what the saddest thing is? So I didn't know that Cookie Clicker had graphic settings. So with my computer's a piece of shit. With all of the graphic settings turned on to max, my computer starts making vacuum noises while playing Cookie Clicker.
I'm sorry, you said Cookie Clitter. I'm just losing it.
I might have said clitter at some point.
Check the tape. Cookie Clitter.
But yeah, that's the only new thing that's gone on with my week.
Oh, dude, I tried to make fucking cookies earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
I was like, you know what? We have this cookie dough sitting in the fridge. I'm just going to make myself some cookies. Put 3 little balls of cookie dough on. Put on my toaster oven. Slap them in there. Forgot to take it off of toast. So I ended up with 3 slightly burnt balls of raw cookie dough.
Ugh.
I've never...
Still tasted good.
Warm
cookie dough.
I've never, ever heard of cooking cookies in a fucking toaster oven. I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah, you just set it to like 400 or so.
They go that high?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a toaster oven, but it's old. Like, I think it's almost as old as Jordan.
Oh,
Jesus.
come on.
You know what? I own several things older than Jordan.
Oh, look, 12 years old isn't that, it's not that old.
I know, it's not that old, but, got to figure it's a feat. Jordan, like, no joke, my winter coat might be like a year younger than you. Like a year or 2 younger than you. I'm not even joking. The fur that's been kidnapped off of that fucking winter coat is fucking a year or 2 younger than you.
Oh no!
Like legit.
Awesome.
You are baby.
Oh, that's so hard to think about. Oh yeah, technology around my house is just fucking breaking.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like technology.
So our fridge broke last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had bought milk the day before, instantly rotten.
Yeah, instantly. Yeah. That's why I don't have milk in the house anymore. If I ever get milk, it's one of those like quarter or a half liter cartons.
Mm-hmm. Fucking, and after spending my entire shift today at work needing to shit really bad, I get home to use the bathroom.
Shit, forehead. Why don't you just shit at work?
We were exceptionally busy, and I didn't have time to shit.
You don't work for fucking Amazon. Go shit.
I would have been backed up beyond, like, everything.
Yeah, and now you're backed up in another way. You're a fucking idiot.
Well, I was able to shit when I got home. Until I realized that our toilet broke.
I wouldn't call toilet technology, but I get your meaning, but go on. Wait, your toilet broke?
Yeah.
Like the flush?
Yeah, the flush.
Oh.
It's like the chain that attaches the lever to the stopper.
Now, did it break or did it just disconnect?
It broke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sucks.
But my dad has apparently fixed it before, so I'm not too worried now. But I had to use fucking tongs from the kitchen to flush earlier.
The water in there is clean. Just fucking reach in there and pull it.
I didn't listen.
Listen to what? You're wrong. Just reach in there and pull it.
I didn't know it was clean water.
You think the back of the toilet holds your doo-doo water? You fucking... Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, that's where the clean water comes from, Jordan.
Jordan, the water in the back of your fucking toilet is as clean as the water that comes out of the tap that you fucking drink.
I don't drink tap.
Yeah, you live in America. I don't blame you.
I mean, yeah. I have a fucking water filter for that.
I buy Ice Mountain. Water.
I
Just get a water filter for your fucking faucet.
I drink unfiltered Toronto tap water, and it is fine.
You're lucky.
I bet.
Actually, lately I've been buying fucking 7-Eleven labeled glacial spring water.
Like, imagine buying water when you can just fucking drink it. You just have it ready at all times.
How much is a filter?
I don't think they're that expensive. I think they're like anywhere between 50 to 100. 100 is pretty expensive,
but don't you need to like change like an actual bit in it like every once in a while?
It's like every couple months. They have like a big thing that you pop off of it, and that's the filter. It's usually just press a button, it pops off, and then you swap them.
I'll get a water filter someday.
Or you can get just one of those jugs that has the filters in them.
Yeah, I have one of those.
Yeah,
I have it right here. I spilled it on my fucking carpet the other day. It fell in slow motion and started slowly dripping water everywhere. And I went, "Why'd you do that?" All over my goddamn carpet. And my foot. My sock was fucking soaked.
There's a lot of first world problems happening on this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my foot got wet. Oh, no.
Oh, no. My sock got wet from my filtered water. Right next to my $2,000 computer. Oh, no.
Oh, well.
Speaking of first world problems, I went to my I had to watch my sister's dog yesterday and today. So it's pretty much I had to stop by their house, make sure that he was fed, and like change his pee pads, especially if he shit all over him because he's a little bastard.
Couldn't take him out for a fucking walk?
No, they have him. He's a tiny little fucking idiot. He'll get eaten by a hawk or something.
Like a little chihuahua?
That's what leashes are for.
You think I'm gonna hold on to that leash? That's mean. I shouldn't say that.
What?
I'm saying that I would let go of the leash, Jordan.
Oh.
Which is why I said it's mean. I shouldn't say that. Benji deserves better.
That's a good name.
But I asked her if I could do my laundry there instead of dropping it off at the laundromat and then going back over there. And she was just like, yeah, okay, sure. That's fine. I was upstairs doing my fucking laundry. They have gates up so he can't get up there. The whole time I'm doing my laundry, I just hear... fucking this poor dog.
That's how I feel during most recordings. Because right now, one of my dogs, Jojo, is just whining his ass off.
It just fucking... I was like fucking losing it. Just like, Benji, shut the fuck up. I'll be there in a second.
Oh yeah, TGS happened. The Tokyo Game Show.
I keep forgetting that actually fucking like happened. We never talked about Nintendo last week.
Oh yeah. What is there to
Chris
talk about?
Pratt.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt, Joe Rogan. Not Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
There's too many Rogans. Why are there so many famous Rogans?
Joe Rogan as Donkey Kong.
You know what?
Watch me inject this steroids.
That would actually be more fitting, to be honest.
That'd be fun. I don't know. I think fucking Seth Rogen Donkey Kong's funny as shit. You want to smoke banana?
Yeah, he's just gonna be up in a tree smoking bananas the whole time.
I'm really excited about that Kirby game.
That Kirby game looks fucking great.
I'm just excited for the existential crisis lore that's gonna be coming from that.
I love that Smash is just... It's gotten to this point where they have to put it in a presentation just to go, hey, listen, we're not saying it here yet. It's not here. Don't kill us. It's coming. This is the day. Look at that. Not here.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave us alone.
There were two announcements in that fucking direct. There was the Animal Crossing and the Smash direct.
The Animal Crossing one pissed me off a lot because it's like, what do you fucking have that you can't just say here? The Smash one I get. That's a league of its fucking own compared to Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
And I love Animal Crossing.
Well, then it must be a giant like expansion or update type thing for Animal Crossing where it deserves its own thing, you know.
It has been almost 2 years since Animal Crossing came out.
Oh god, you're right. It's closer to 2 now.
Never been into Animal Crossing. I never, because I live a life where I am way heavily in debt. I don't want to play a game where you're heavily in debt to a fucking raccoon.
It would just be like full circle, perfectly PM's life.
Yeah, I don't like. I play video games to escape my reality, not to fall into a different version of it.
Oh,
No, I'm fucking good. So, I've been seeing a lot of things everywhere saying that Sora's going to be the final Smash character. What do you think?
I need my boy.
I mean,
Like,
I'd like it too, but I think it'd be fucking weird. Also, you never see him again if they ever like did another Smash Ultimate type thing.
I don't expect to see half of the characters in the Smash Ultimate roster ever coming back.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever make another Smash game.
Honestly,
I mean,
they could just take this and port it forward for forever.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'd be perfectly fine with it.
Because I feel like they know any like future things would be like a downgrade to a lot of people.
Yeah, don't make new ones. Just if you're gonna continue on with Smash, port it forward and add like 1 or 2 more characters.
You know it's gonna be more than 1 or 2.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Like, give Sakurai a break. Let him have his Kirby babies. And is he even working on the new Kirby? Or
He hasn't worked on Kirby since like the GBA.
Oh shit!
Ugh.
He hasn't worked at HAL since like 2002.
Oh, well.
The thing he would probably go back to is maybe Kid Icarus.
Oh, please.
Please give us Kid Icarus Uprising on the Switch. I'm fucking begging you.
Or just like a new
give
IP.
it a control scheme where it doesn't like literally cripple people.
It fucking hurts so bad. I hated playing that fucking game. Oh, what happened at TGS? I don't even know. I didn't even know what was happening.
They revealed a new trailer for the Team Ninja Final Fantasy game.
Mm-hmm.
Where
the chaos, right?
Stranger of Paradise, where we see the main character, Jack Garland, react to a girl pouring her heart out over the tragedy of losing all her people by saying bullshit and then playing Limp Bizkit on his iPhone and then walking away.
It's an original song, isn't it? It's
It is,
song
but
made for that
it's an original song and not actually Limp Bizkit, but it's going for that energy.
Dude, I thought like Square Enix got Limp Bizkit, got the band back together to fucking do a new song.
The Limp Bizkit break up?
I don't
really?
know. I haven't. Dude,
Wow.
I'm not into that genre whatsoever. Like,
Let's see, Limp Bizkit. Google was just like, Limp Bizkit. Do you mean Limp Kitten Syndrome? Like, no.
What?
No.
They're still active.
Don't make me sad.
Okay.
Yes, they are.
They're recording a new album?
wow.
As of 2021, the band was still recording its 6th studio album, Stampede of the Disco Elephants.
Wait,
What the
6? Only 6? They've been around for this long and they've only done 5? And they're working on their 6th?
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm so, like, out of touch with rock music. Like, my fucking favorite rock bands are fucking Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, and fucking Nickelback. Those are the 3 bands.
Jesus Christ, PM. We gotta get you some better taste.
I think PM's just old.
I'm also just... Hey, Imagine Dragons is relatively new.
PM, allow me to tell you about a band that our good friend and producer Mehdi sent me one day at 2:00 in the morning going, the name of this band gives me horrible anxiety attacks. And the band's name is I Don't Know How, But They Found Me. It's a very good band. I like them.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That also gives me anxiety.
They're a very good band. I highly recommend them.
Because I hear that and all I think is Cordell Washington.
Who the fuck is Cordell Washington?
My fucking nemesis in life is who Cordell Washington is.
God, I forgot about this lore.
I feel like I've been hearing about a Cordell Washington in content for like 4 years.
I've been talking about Cordell Washington for like fucking almost a decade.
Ever since I started watching like KZ, I feel like I've been hearing about him.
Yeah, Cordell Washington was somebody that I knew in high school. He was a very bad man, a very, very not good person, and I hated him. He's gotten me arrested by me just not doing anything, just me standing there, and all of a sudden I'm in handcuffs, being sent off to fucking jail. He's gotten me in several horrible situations. I've been chased by a machete-wielding man because of him. fuck Cordell Washington. I also owe him like a fucking couple $100 from weed that he spotted me that I never paid him back.
Well, PM, apparently I searched for Cordell Washington on Google, and it just says, I see an article that says murder suspect back in court for third trial.
Yeah!
The state's third attempt to prosecute Cordell Washington for the alleged 2015 murder of fellow inmate Steve Benson was delayed yet again.
Last I heard about him was that he was sent to prison. I didn't know if he's still in Canada, if he's in America, but that excites me to no end. Fuck Cordell Washington.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, I learned something today, I guess.
Washington, who had been serving a 15-year sentence for burglary and attempted armed robbery, was indicted by a grand jury in December 2015 for the murder of fellow inmate Benson.
I mean, burglary and what was it? Armed robbery?
Attempted armed robbery.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like Cordell Washington. That's for sure.
That sounds like you.
Excuse me.
Just replace the armed robbery with Grand Theft Auto.
I've never...
Grand Theft Bike.
Is he trying to steal someone's fucking bike?
I thought it was abandoned, all right? I'm not arguing this with fucking Americans. Because you motherfuckers will fill a person's chest full of buckshot if they look at your lawnmower funny. Fuck this. Your sense of justice is fucking skewed.
The mailman comes to deliver my mail. I'm sitting on the porch with my shotgun. I cock it and I just go, better walk around the way you came, boy. Turn around. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I'll fucking fill you up.
No.
I got arrested because I'm in New York. Can't have guns in New York, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good at least. Do you have open carry licenses in fucking wherever you live, Jordan?
I don't think so. Because I'm still relatively north, but I am in a red state, so who the fuck knows? Don't you fucking mock me.
What the fuck?
Huh?
PM, I forget. Were you part of the group that Phantom always made watch fucking Gaki no Tsukai videos?
No, I was not a part of that group, but I did watch a bunch of Gaki back in the day.
Okay.
I'm
Jordan, you probably don't know what Gaki is.
I'm super behind on it. I haven't watched one of their fucking Batsus since like 2016.
So Gaki no Tsukai is I think it's just a TV show done by two comedians, Hamada and Matsumoto, from the hit Japanese comedy duo Downtown.
All right, Carl, we got to settle this now. Best Downtown. Who is it? Depending on your answers, whether we're still friends.
Fuck, it sucks because I like them both, but I only like Hamada because his big lips and he's funny.
I like them both too, but there's clearly a definitive choice of who's the better Downtown.
It might be the end. It might be the end of DipShips with an episode 3, guys.
Is it Hamada?
It is not Hamada. It's Matsumoto.
Oh, it's Matsumoto. You know what? That's fair. Matsumoto makes a lot of really good fucking faces.
He leaves me fucking howling. I fucking love Matsumoto so much.
Fucking so good.
Do you remember the pie Batsu game?
Yeah, the pie hell, yeah.
Yeah, the pie hell. Oh my fucking god.
Jordan, every year they do a Batsu game, which is a punishment game, where it's if you laugh, you lose. Except the losing is you get punished horribly.
Oh.
One of them was Matsumoto's no reaction pie hell, where all of his friends got him into a house and they would just walk into the room at random points and just pie him. They just throw a fucking pie right at him.
Yeah, he's got to attempt to live a normal day in his life, doing his day-to-day activities, and he's just getting pied back and forth. I remember at one point, like, he's on the toilet reading a newspaper, and somebody just throws a fucking pie at his dick.
Oh, not the balls.
I think there's a point after that he's like walking out and they've hit him again in the dick and he just fell over. He's like, ah, it's great. I've been watching a whole bunch of them again lately. God, it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's a shame that they're like older men now, because like the earlier Batsu games, they were getting hit with fucking kendo sticks, and now they're just like fucking foam bats, like the Nerf bats.
So I watched the fucking, I think it was the high school one. Fucking Hamada
High
was the
school
one behind it.
is so good, yeah.
He comes running out as one of the Punishers, just starts smacking them over and over with the kendo stick. Oh.
Yeah, give them a watch, especially the earlier ones, Jordan. Highly
right.
recommend.
I'll give it a watch sometime. But I think it might be time for a boat fact.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Are we boating?
I think it's time for a boat.
All right.
Ooh.
This fact is a military fact.
Ah, my war fact that I wanted. All right.
In the 1700s, a Scandinavian admiral named Peter Wessel got into a battle with an English ship for 14 hours. After the 14 hours, the battle came to a pause so Peter could ask the English ship for some ammo. Instead of saying no and killing him, the English commander shook his hand and the two ships came together to drink some beer. This fact is completely real and not a stereotype about Scandinavia.
Is that how that ended?
Yeah.
But who won?
No, none of them. It was just a battle.
Oh, so they
Well,
battled. They battled for 14 hours. One of them ran out of ammo, and instead of fucking finishing him off, they just fucking cracked a couple of brewskis and went on their way homes.
Yeah.
Wait, I know this fact, and what I remember hearing was that they just told them no and kept firing at them.
The
Was
article,
that not correct?
The article I found said that they came together and drank like Heath together.
That's really fucking good.
And then
You didn't read an Onion, did you?
No,
Okay.
Carl linked to me this article.
All right.
What the fuck?
And the best part is that the Scandinavian admiral went back to his home, got court-martialed, but was forgiven and then given a higher position in the military.
That's fucking funny. Imagine losing a fucking fight and then just going up to the person and go, hey, we need ammo. And then you just drink with your enemy and get a promotion.
Yeah, that's like somebody in the fucking like NBA. It's like, yeah, you lost pretty bad, but here's a bonus. You did good. That's fucked.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess that's a shipwreck, huh?
I guess we've been sinking, to be honest, for a while now.
Going down. It's going. Water's
Oh no,
coming
the
up.
bean room!
Oh, we forgot about the fucking bean room again.
Fuck.
Well, we'll get to it next week.
Yeah, next week for sure. I'll talk about the bean room. Hey, Carl, where can they find this podcast again?
Well, if you want, you can find this podcast on Spotify. You can find it on Google Play. Not on Apple Podcasts yet.
No,
it'll get there.
No.
One day it'll get there, but not now.
Hey, what?
You can find it on Amazon Music and on Podbean, and of course YouTube.
Well, what should they do when they find it?
Follow it.
And
keep up with it
and rate it.
Give it 5 stars.
Yeah,
give it a nice little review.
Follow us at DipShipsPod on Twitter.
Well, where can they follow each of us?
I am EXPayline on Twitter.
The fuck does that even mean?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
It's too long of an explanation.
All right, fine. I'm at the Calamity Carl,
and I'm at the GFPP. No, not the. Sorry. It's at GFPPM. Don't worry about it.
Oh Christ!
Please end the podcast.
Goodbye, everybody.
As always, everyone, it's been a wonderful podcast. We'll see you all in the nautical mile.
Venom.